Hi. Welcome to Maryland at the Howe Mansion. Did somebody say Maryland? Hey, when I think of Maryland, I think of crabs, big crabs. I'm talking about big steamed crabs. Well, today, what we're going to do with my friend Kelly, with her secret family recipe, is we're going to make some delicious, mouth-watering cream of crab soup. The Howe family secret recipe is coming to your town now. So how are you, Kelly?
Hi, Kevin. How are you? I'm so glad that you could come to Maryland.
Well, thank you. It is our pleasure, and I would not miss this for anything. So why don't we get to it? And if you can...
Wait, Kev. I've long waited to cook with Goog.
Okay. Well, awesome. Well, we're going to do it.
All right, Kev.
Here we go. And we're going to do it. What tool should I use to start our roux?
Well, you're going to need to turn the burner on first.
Okay.
And we're going to use real butter, Kev.
All right. And a roux is a low heat, right? We're going to use low heat for a roux. Okay, very good. All righty, so here we go. And it's a lovely up here in Bel Air, Maryland, home of the Chesapeake Bay crab. Oh my God, let me tell you what. When this is done, you're going to love it. Okay? All right, so Kelly, we just put...
We're going to put...
all this?
We're going to put it all.
Okay, this is probably...
No shortcuts.
Okay. No shortcut to hell here.
Of course, we're going to melt the butter.
Okay.
And then once it's melted, we're going to put our flour in. All-purpose flour.
Now, where did this recipe originate from?
It came from my grandmother.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Awesome. And you're going to show us how to make it in its entirety.
I may leave a secret ingredient out.
Oh, come on, that's not what I was told. But anyway, we'll take
see.
what we can get.
We'll see.
But we're happy to be here in Maryland. I can smell this butter now. This is not heart healthy, I must tell you, but it's delicious. So, okay, so when we melt this butter, what will we do then?
Well, you're going to add your flour. Once it's melted, we're going to add our flour and you're going to whisk. You're going to use a non-stick pot so it doesn't stick.
Okay.
And you're going to constantly whisk it as it thickens. And then you're going to start adding some chicken broth. It's made with a chicken base, so you're going to start adding your chicken broth. We're going to add the seasonings, and of course the last thing is the crab. Okay.
Now you said there were some variations to this versus some other recipes.
Well, you know, some people like to add a little sherry.
Okay.
Some people add it directly to it. Some people do it afterwards. They pour it in their bowl. They add a little extra crab on top, and then they add a little...
Okay, so very good. So you have a lovely family. Tell us a little about your family while we're melting the butter.
They're all crab lovers. We're all from Maryland. So we like Maryland crab, we like cream of crab, crab cakes, crab pretzels, any way you make crabs, crab dip, we love it. So
you heard it.
Yep.
Well, okay, so we have our butter melted, and it's quite quick one. So now we're going to add some flour to make our roux. And now's when you start all the work, all the stirring, right?
Yep.
Huh. So how long you been making this recipe?
Kevin, probably like 20 years.
20 years? I thought you were 19 years old, but okay.
Hey, Kev.
Anyway.
I'm a grandmother.
All right.
I am a grandmother.
Grandmother, okay.
Actually, I'm a kiki.
A who?
A kiki.
A kiki?
A kiki.
Okay, no comment on a kiki. Okay. Oh yeah, this is coming up nice now. Look at that, starting to thicken up.
Kevin, I'm on my toes.
Huh?
I'm on my toes.
There we go.
Over this pot.
Well, it's a big pot. Got a lot of people.
And I'm short.
That's all right.
That's what it is.
This is good. Oh, this is really coming up
Kevin, my
good.
grandmother didn't measure much.
You don't have to measure. Good chefs, I never measure. No. Okay, so we're, it's really. Oh my God! It's really. What are we looking for here? It really looks good.
Yeah, you want it to get thick, and you're also looking for it to cook a little bit. You don't want it to be floury. You don't want to taste that.
Okay.
So you want it to start to brown a little bit.
Okay.
On the heat.
Very good. So
And Kevin, when I make the roux, I do it with chicken broth. If you start it with milk, it has a tendency to stick and get lumpy. So you don't want the lumps. You want to start adding. Do you want to keep whisking while I do this?
Yes, I will. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right. Oh, this
I'm going
is
to pour
sweet.
this in slow while you're doing it.
Okay.
And really, this is the secret to getting the lumps out.
The secret. I knew we'd get the secret.
You got to get them lumps out. You got to keep whisking, Kevin.
Put them on TV. They'll tell you all your secrets. Hey, this is hard work.
Just pour it in slow.
Oh my God, look at this. Now I see why your crab soup is so like velvet. Oh my goodness.
All right, we're going to start adding the milk, okay?
Okay.
And you're just going to do this slow as you keep whisking.
And no more flour, or you won't
you
anytime.
can't add any more because that just turns to lumps.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, so that's
Can't
another
add
secret. We do that in the beginning, and that's it.
That's it. You can't. You'd have to, if you need it thicker, excuse me, you'd have to actually start over and then pour it in. Once it's done, you can't add any flour.
Well, we're not going to do that.
Nope.
We'll use all the tricks of TV to make sure that it's perfect when we're done. We go around to the best places with the best people with the best recipes, and you definitely ranked high on the list.
Aw, thank you, Kevin. And my grandmother would appreciate that.
Okay. What was her name?
Her name was Sylvia.
Sylvia.
But I called her Nanny.
Oh.
She was my nanny. She was my mother's mom.
Awesome.
On my mother's side.
Well, Sylvia, this is for you. And 70 other people that are going to show up at the party hungry tomorrow.
Right. Kev, now that you've got that thinned out, I'm going to go ahead and pour in the rest of this gallon of milk.
And just keep whisking.
And keep
whisking.
Keep whisking. And also, we're going to add a quart of heavy cream.
All right.
Because this is going to thicken it up.
All right. Now,
and it's going to make it rich.
If we were going to do the sherry, what part will we put the sherry in?
At the end.
At the end.
Yeah, that goes at the end. There we go.
At the end, as in in the bowl.
Crab meat.
Oh, before the crab meat.
Before the crab meat.
All right.
Or once you've already prepared it, if you have people that not everyone wants it in your family and you're serving it to guests, then you're not sure about it, then the best thing to do is to serve it in your bowls and then to add a dash of cherry at the end.
Okay.
So, but I will tell you, another great thing is the cream of crab in a bread bowl. That is
awesome. Now we're cooking.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're cooking. If it was a more intimate setting, we would have bread bowls.
And we'd have bread bowls, and you know what I'd like to do as well? I like to take some cocktail shrimp and hang them over the sides of the bread bowl and fancy it up. Fancy it up.
And we fancy it up because we want you to love it. And you know, what are you going to do? But oh my God, this is looking good. Okay. So now we're getting her pretty thick here.
I'm going to let you take over.
Oh my God, yes, it's nice and thick now. So this is going to be great. So what do we do now that we've got this thickened up and...
Well, Kevin, I'm going to take a spoon.
Okay.
And I'm just going to dip it in so you can see that it's nice and thick. It's coating the spoon.
The other family secret. All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's perfect. So we're going to turn it down.
All right. And nothing's sticking. This is great.
Right. And then we are going to add some chicken bouillon cubes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, will they dissolve fairly
They will,
easily?
because we've just about brought this to a boil. Not quite a boil, but...
Okay.
So it's plenty hot that it's gonna melt them. You can break them up. You can make them a little smaller if you'd like.
It's starting to smell good.
Oh yeah. So how about? Hey.
Go ahead.
All right.
We always have room for fresh ground pepper. Look at that.
There we go.
All right.
For those that like it a little bit hot, we're gonna have a dash of red pepper.
Bump up the heat. Bump the heat up, and you're gonna love it. If you could smell this, where is the smell-a-thon? It is. Oh, it smells so good.
All right, Kevin. How about if we do a little Old Bay?
Gotta have Old Bay. We're in Maryland.
Gotta have it.
Did somebody say Old Bay? Somebody say Maryland? crabs, crab soup. Oh, you're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it.
Oh, if you could smell it. Only if you could smell it.
Yes, and this is great crab meat that we've already went through. We don't have any shells in it. So, because the last thing you want to eat is a nice bowl of cream of crab and bite into a shell.
Right, I agree with you completely.
So, we've already went through. Really, at this point, we're going to turn it off.
Okay.
Because
the heat from the soup itself will cook it.
Yes, and the crab meat is already done. It's, you don't need to cook it.
Very good.
So, okay, there we go. Yeah, we'll break it up. We're just going to break it up a little bit at a time.
Oh, that sounds. It's a pleasure coming up to Maryland with the Howe family and their family secret, well, no longer secret family recipe. And we appreciate everything they've done to make this episode so exciting and mouth-watering. Oh, you're gonna love it. This smells so good. It's gonna taste so great.
Well, I am blessed to be able to cook with Chef Goog.
My pleasure. Okay, so we have a finished product here. So you think we try it?
I say we give it a try.
And here we go in a bread bowl. Oh boy, this looks good. And that's the way to do it. Look at that.
Fill it up, Kev.
All right, very good. Look at this. Beautiful.
Little extra.
Little touch of.
Little kick.
For the.
There we go.
And here we go. So you got it. Today, at the Howe Mansion, cream of crab, the family secret recipe. Ah, it smells so good, and you're gonna love it. And thank you, Kelly. It's been great. Thank you for sharing your family's secret recipe with all of us.
Thank you for joining our family.
You're welcome. It's been a great day. Now this is going here. Yes. All right.